We're in Amsterdam at the Okura Hotel, where BIR, the World Recycling Organization, is celebrating its 75th anniversary. It's also the celebration of this magazine, Recycling International, 25 years. And we're going to chat here at Okura with some industry leaders. Moving to Mexico now, and next to me is Alejandro Jaramillo. He's from non-ferrous scrap recycler Glorem in Mexico. You're up in the northwest, right? That's where you're based.
Correct, in the border with California.
California, exactly. What's your company doing actually? What's the
We are in the non-ferrous market space. We service industry, fabrication companies that generate scrap, but also serve the post-consumer market space. We operate a chain of collection centers where we contribute to the recovery of post-consumer scrap.
Mm-hmm. What about recycling in Mexico? During the BIR Convention in April in Nashville, we had former President Vicente Fox doing a presentation about big opportunities. There's more and more car makers open up facilities in Mexico. How do you look at that? Is it something that really means has a boost for your industry, for
Yes,
recyclers?
it has. I would say there are two trends that are reshaping the Mexican recycling industry. One is nearshoring and friendshoring, where all kind of industries, not just automakers, are relocated to Mexico, coming back from Asia, coming back to Mexico to serve the North American market space. And the other has to do with regulations coming up around the world, like when China became very stringent with the scrap specifications.
Mm-hmm.
U.S. companies started investing more in segregation, and more scrap is being segregated regionally and consumed regionally.
Okay, and Mexico is one of the...
Yeah, of course, it's an integral part of the region.
Yeah, and it has to do, in part, with the growing car making industry in Mexico.
Yeah, car making industry.
Big consumer.
Yes, and overall manufacturing boom, friendshoring and nearshoring.
Yeah. What are the biggest challenges at this moment for recyclers in Mexico?
Well, recycling has always been a field that it's not always properly understood by authorities and the community at large.
Why not?
Because traditionally when they design products or policy, they're not thinking about recycling, they're thinking of a bunch of other things.
Mm-hmm.
So, such as fighting inflation, keeping prices down, gaining market share. There's a lot of good intentions in terms of helping the environment, reducing CO2,
mm-hmm.
and at the same time, deficit of knowledge on the industries that can really make progress on those fields. And recycling, clearly, it's an industry that's essential to CO2 reduction.
Yeah. So how do you look at the future of recycling in Mexico? What's the big thing the coming 10 years?
I think it's a bright future, and it has to do with further integrating recycling into the industry. Mm-hmm. Luckily, more and more fabricators are becoming aware of the importance of recycling because they're being pushed by their consumers and by regulation to reduce their CO2, and they need recycling knowledge, they need recycling companies, they need recycling capabilities. So
similar trends to what's happening in Europe and
yes.
in North America.
Yes. Yeah. So the future looks bright.
Thank you very much.
A lot of work to do.
Good luck with that. Thank you.